Welcome back everybody, UpPinkLemon here, and today we are continuing our series of unboxings of the new UX Beyblade line with Hell's Hammer 360 Hex. Hell's Hammer being the third Bey in the Hell's line of Beys, featuring Hell's Scythe and Hell's Chain, with Hammer almost feeling like a kind of weird breakaway from the Chain and Scythe motif. When I think about the Hells, I think, yeah, Scythe and Chain makes sense, but I hear Hammer and I go, okay, interesting. UX02, with the U standing for Unique X, the latest line in the Beyblade X series, focused on having more metal around the outer edges of the Bey. Hell's Hammer is a right-spinning balance type owned by the one, the only Bird Kazami in the manga and anime, and we'll have to just wait and see if even with this new Bey, he still can't get a win. Hell's Hammer's whole thing is it has this 3-blade design, and honestly, it kind of feels weird for a balance type design. That's definitely more of an attack type thing, because that's literally the design for Dran Sword and Phoenix Wing. But we'll just have to see how it performs. It definitely looks more like an attack type, but we'll just have to find out after we open it up. So let's get straight to that. And bam, here we have our brand new Bey, Hell's Hammer, featuring all new parts, new bit, new blade, new ratchet, and we're gonna start immediately with our new blade, the titular character, Hell's Hammer. This is a very interesting blade because unlike Hell's Chain and Hell's Scythe, it's not very round. It features this 3-wing design, which definitely feels more like an attack type, because most attack types across the series have had this kind of design. I think unlike other Beys, I actually really like this mat for the underneath. Obviously, because it's a UX release, the gear chip doesn't spin anymore, and there's no clear plastic cover, so you gotta be careful when launching on top of these. We got the plastic launcher hooks, which, let me just say, the colors for this Bey are really nice. Hell's Hammer is supposed to be focused on down smash, which they've made a lot of down smash Beys in UX with these really thick metal wings. Like this is hefty, thick metal wings that are meant to slam down on the opponent. Now, down smash typically doesn't work that well in Beyblade, and so these wings will probably just end up having really good smash attack, just regular smash attack. And you can also see there's a little bit of plastic poking out. We'll have to see how damaged that gets with plastic to metal contact, but overall a very cool blade. Next up, our first ever 70 height ratchet 370. Fittingly, our first 70 height ratchet is a 3 ratchet because it was the first ratchet. And honestly, you can't really tell it's a 70 height ratchet unless I put it next to a 60 height ratchet, because it really is only a 10 millimeter difference. Really, the main difference between 60 and 70 height ratchets is obviously those 10 millimeters, and that 370 is a little bit thicker. So yeah, not much to say about it. Finally, our newest bit, we have Hex, named for its hexagonal pattern design, and Hex, like Excel on Dran Buster, has more teeth on its bit. I believe it's 16 teeth, so when this thing does hit the extreme line, it's going to X-dash super fast at the cost of more stamina, the opposite of Rush, which has less teeth, so it X-dashes slower, but it uses less stamina. Hex has a very interesting design where it's not like filled in here. You can see like between these triangles, they are all empty, and it has this shape which is very reminiscent of a Metal Fight bit that everyone knows and loves. Wide defense being sort of a stamina or defense tip, so it feels weird for it to be on Hell's Hammer, which is a balance type, but I guess the point is that sort of this looks like an attack blade, and if this is a sort of stamina defense bit, then, you know, put them together, you get a balance type. So that makes sense, and we will just have to see how it performs. Hell's Hammer, due to being a starter set, also comes with its own launcher, being the regular Beyblade X, a winder launcher, but with a small addition that you might be able to tell here. It's red. That's right, it's red. Bam, so now with everything unboxed, we can do a quick assembly of our new Bey. So we're going to do ratchet into blade. Oh wait, let me actually line up the ratchet nubs so they, bam, align with the blade, and then bit into ratchet, bam, And we have Hell's Hammer 370 Hex. And an interesting I just noticed about Hex, it has the grip that offensive bits have despite being a pointed bit. So this is actually going to have higher burst resistance. A balance type, which, I mean, I really don't know how this is supposed to go. Hex is supposed to help this Bey wobble and sort of hammer down at its opponents, and honestly, I just have a lot of mixed feelings about this Bey. Obviously, it looks freaking amazing, and I think all the parts separately are going to be pretty good, but I'm really not sure how they're going to be together. And you know what? That's exactly what we're going to find out in our test battle to see just how well this Bey can perform. So, I'll see you guys at the stadium. Bam! Here we are in the stadium with Hell's Hammer, and we're going to be putting it up against Wizard Rod to see just how good this extra down smash is and to see just how well it functions as a high recoil balance type. Bam! Wizard Rod in the stadium, and here comes Hell's Hammer, and we are immediately seeing that Hex, whoa! That Hex is pretty calm, but it does have some massive recoil with that Hell's Hammered blade and those 3 wings. Something I forgot to mention in the last video is that I absolutely just love how the UX bays look when they spin, especially with that new gunmetal look. And it looks like, unfortunately, although with the high recoil, Hell's Hammer cannot make a dent in Wizard Rod. Wizard Rod back in. Hell's Hammer, here we go. Now, yeah, the Hex bit very calm, which feels weird for it to have those extra gears to X-Dash, especially with it being so calm, but it's definitely delivering some very hard hits, but none of them are KOing, and it doesn't seem to be able to follow up with any of them due to the lack of movement on the Hex bit. Wizard Rod back in. I'm going to try launching Hell's Hammer on a bit of an angle to see if it does any better. See if we can get under Wizard Rod and deliver maybe some upper attack or just hit its ratchet, because it seems like although it delivers high recoil, as soon as it gets calm, it loses all of its potential. And it just runs out of stamina so quickly because of that 3-blade design just doesn't seem to work with the Hex bit. And it's gone again. Alright, this is Hell's Hammer's final chance to show off its potential here against Wizard Rod. Not delivering the hardest of hits. Oh, and finally, here we go, something from Hell's Hammer. It has burst Wizard Rod. Definitely seeing that Hell's Hammer's performance right now is a bit hit or miss, especially with the Hex bit. It seems like it's definitely a gamble with the stock Hell's Hammer combo. You never know if the high recoil is actually going to perform an attack that, you know, wins you the battle. And looking like it's too calm. Like I keep saying, it is too calm to use that high recoil effectively, and it ends up just losing all its stamina, especially at the kind of awkward 70 height, and there it goes. And there you have it. That was our test battle of Hell's Hammer, and honestly, it was pretty disappointing. I don't know if Wizard Rod is just too good, or Hell's Hammer just isn't that good. It has great recoil, but the bit and the blade just don't seem to synergize together, and like I said, I think this is going to have some great parts individually, but together, this Bey is a little bit disappointing, especially for a UX release, and it doesn't look like Burnt Kazami will be winning any battles with this one. But let me know what you guys think of Hell's Hammer in the comments below, and if you have any ideas on improving on it, I would love to hear them. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more UX content coming soon. Until next time, I've been a Pink Lemon, and I hope you have a great day.